Aquarius, welcome to Music Messages Tarot. I hope you're doing really well. This is going to be a reading for those who resonate as part of the Twin Flame Collective. What I'm going to do is pull a top row here to see what's going on the Divine Feminine side and get some idea of the Divine Feminine energies currently. The bottom row is for the Divine Masculine energies. They can be cross-switched because you and your Divine Masculine are always feeding off of one another's energies, okay? And I should also mention that these videos are timeless, so even though I'm reading the current energies as they are, whenever you come across this video, you are most likely meant to hear the message at that time, okay? I've already cleansed and shuffled the decks. I'm just giving this one last shuffle. Let's see what Spirit would like us to know. Spiritual teacher, and I'm not surprised that I pulled this card for Aquarius. Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. That is quintessential to the Aquarian energy. Aquarians, as you all know, because you are Aquarians, or you may have Aquarius influence in your chart somewhere, you're truth seekers, okay? You're always trying to better understand the world around you. Many times you're very spiritual people. I don't like to make generalizations, but I have several friends who are Aquarians, and they are not only always on their own quest for knowledge and understanding, but they do tend to be guides for other people. Okay, so I'm taking this to mean on an energetic level right now, Divine Feminine, you are actually guiding and teaching your Divine Masculine, okay? So your own spiritual ascension has progressed past the level of where your Divine Masculine is right now, and you are paving the way, showing him, illuminating the path for him, showing him how to better accept himself, raise his frequency, raise his vibration. This is happening most likely on a 5D level, but for those of you who are in communication in 3D, this could mean, you know, in the real world, that you're also a spiritual guide and a spiritual teacher and someone that your DM looks to in the 3D world as well, to as someone that he would like to emulate, someone that he really admires, someone that he sees as a very spiritually evolved person, and he aspires to be like you in this way, Divine Feminine. Now, again, if you're not in communication or this is not something happening in the physical world, then this is happening on an energetic level, okay? So you are providing this guidance, providing spiritual lessons for your DM as you are continuing to ascend throughout your own spiritual evolution. Okay, so that's a beautiful energy to start with. We have autumn. In the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvest of abundance. So autumn can resonate as a significant date for someone watching. It could be like a birth date or an anniversary. But I do get that for some of you, your connection, your twin flame connection, is going to see something significant happening in the fall or in the autumn season. This could be the autumn season that just previously passed, but for many of you, I'm getting that it's the upcoming autumn season. I don't like to give specific timelines because they're not going to resonate with every single connection, but for many people who resonate as an Aquarius and someone who is in a twin flame connection, some of you are going to be reaching a milestone of some sort in your twin flame journey during the autumn season that's approaching. Somebody might also just really love the fall or love fall colors as well. So take that as it resonates. And then we receive the Let Go card. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. This message has been pretty much on repeat for the Divine Feminines over the past week to 2 weeks. Almost every sign that I've read for your twin flame journey in that time frame over the past week or two, Divine Feminine energy is usually very Empress-like, and you are still an Empress energy, but very relaxed, very receptive. I'm picking up on a 9 of Swords energy for pretty much all Divine Feminines at the current time. Some of us, because I also resonate in the Divine Feminine energy, some of us are in our we're in a little bit of a mental anxiety state more than we normally are pertaining to our connection. That desire to control outcomes, that need to control the situation more than we really should, more than we know is actually beneficial for our connection and for ourselves, okay? So we need to let go of that mental anguish that some of us are feeling, let go of that anxiety around the situation, and practice your surrendering again. This was something that many of us had become accustomed to, but for some reason the energies over the past couple of weeks, I'm just picking up on, and we may be receiving this energy from the divine masculine end, but many of us are experiencing this high intensity anxiety that's leading us down the path of wanting to overly control the situation again. We need to let that go. Practice surrendering to the universe, and just allowing things to unfold in divine timing. Things will progress naturally and as they are intended to, okay, without us getting too up in our heads about it, or without us getting too tightly wound about the situation, because as we know, that really ends up working against us, ourselves, and it ends up working against the connection as well. The more we try to energetically chase the other person, the more they kind of take a step back. Another message that's been coming out is that nature could provide that release. Being outdoors, doing a physical activity, enjoying nature. And I'm noticing what the imagery on this card is as well. It's a fairy sitting outside, just kind of looking up at the bird, the trees, enjoying her surroundings, and taking that as an opportunity to relax and let go. That's been a very, very consistent message coming out for all signs this week. Other than that, though, you do have a lot of beautiful energies happening here. The spiritual teacher card lets me know that you've done so much inner work on yourself, so much shadow work. You've ascended to an unparalleled level at this point, Divine Feminine. So some of these energies and behaviors are very temporary, and you just need to practice letting those things go. I'm also an air sign, so I know the tendency that we have to get in our head a little bit more than maybe some of the other signs of the zodiac. We tend to overthink. We tend to try to dissect situations and understand it from every angle, and just get into the nitty-gritty mentally. You're going to want to release behaviors like that right now and just allow the energy to flow naturally. Okay, but other than that, some really beautiful things coming out. I'm just going to shuffle this deck one last time to get an idea of what's going on with your divine masculines. Okay, we have Two of Swords. So right now he may feel a little blindfolded. He might feel a little confused. He might feel like his life is coming to a fork in the road, and he knows he needs to make a decision as to which path he wants to take. But I'm picking up on some mental confusion on his end. Many of the DMs are releasing toxic and karmic people and behaviors in their lives right now. But this process isn't always easy, especially if your DM is in a long-term relationship with a karmic. That's not always the easiest thing to leave or transition out of. For others of you, your DMs may be making major decisions around their careers or their career path. So on one level, on a soul level, they know that they feel this enormous pull towards you, Divine Feminine, and they know that's what they really want and what would fulfill them the most. But I do get a sense of confusion. Some of them aren't really, they're thinking through their ego and their logical mind a little bit too much right now. They're in this kind of swords energy, and it's creating some mental confusion and just requiring them to pause for a moment as they work through that. We also have the Three of Cups. So that's a very beautiful energy. Some of them are dealing with a third party in some cases. So some of your DMs may already, and you probably know this if this is applicable, some of your DMs may already be in a karmic relationship or a relationship with someone else. But for some of you, this just means that your DMs want this reunion with you. Even if this is someone you've never met in the physical world, energetically, you've met many lifetimes before. So your DM is craving this reunion with your energy and reunion with you. They want to have this move towards this energy that feels very joyous and celebratory and happy. And they know that that's with you, but again, they are taking a moment to pause and work through whatever mental confusion has been coming up for them around your connection and around this situation. And then we also have the Hermit. So I think as some of them, Virgo energy here as well, but as some of them are working through whatever confusion they're going through, or whatever mental impasse has been created by the tension in the difference between what their soul wants and maybe what their physical life looks like right now. Some of them are choosing to go inward and take a moment to reflect before taking any steps forward. This energy to me just represents their reunion with you, and they know that it's something they really want, but many of them are just dealing with kind of like a roadblock or a moment where they're feeling like they need to pause to work through whatever confusion they're feeling here. I'm also receiving another distinct message. This might not resonate with every single person's DM, but I think the choice here that some of them are struggling with, or the confusion, some of them are still mentally answering to either a friends group, a social group, something that appeals to their egoic mind more than is really important for their soul's journey. And then there's this other part of him that's gone inward, and he knows what he really wants on a soul level, or he's in the process of discovering that right now. And that's where this choice or confusion is coming in. Yeah, I'm getting a heavy energy of someone's DM who has a tendency to care what other people think. Not that he's embarrassed of you or embarrassed of the connection, but if it's going to require him to make major changes in his life, he's the type of person to stop and think about, how is everybody going to see me because of that? So he's still releasing some of these egoic attachments that are holding him back from coming towards your connection. But this Hermit energy, that's the only major arcana here that came out for him. So this is the strongest energy, and this is what's really propelling him toward your connection at this point, and what will ultimately be the stronger energy. So, I can't speak to how long that process is going to take. That might be different for everyone, but we do have the Autumn card that came out. So I'm thinking over the next several months, he's going to take steps to release things in his life that are no longer working, release things that impede your connection, like many of the DMs are right now. But also he's going to release this way of thinking. I think that's a really clear message that's been specific just to your sign in the readings I've done this week. This way of thinking where he's answering to other people, and he's worried about how he looks, okay? So take that as it resonates. Also, as I was explaining all of that to you, 2 songs came through as I was trying to explain that point. I first heard Sweet Caroline. I don't know if you're familiar with that song. It goes, Sweet Caroline. I'm pretty sure you've heard it. Not sure if someone's name is Caroline, or if that song is really, like, if you love that song, or maybe your DM loves it, or it connects to you in some way. And then also, there's another song. I believe the Beatles or John Lennon did it first. And then I know Fiona Apple did a cover of it. Across the Universe is the name of that song. So if you're not familiar with it, you may want to look into it. Okay, so that's the song that came through. I'm not sure if that's like a song that someone might really like, or if somebody loves the Beatles or Fiona Apple. Those are just little tidbits that came through. And I want to make sure I'm sharing those things with you as they do come out, because I haven't been doing this. Sometimes I get so caught up explaining the energies that I'm picking up on here that I realize after I make the video that I forgot to give you guys some channeled information. Okay, we're going to pull on your DM's higher self right now. We're going to get some messages from your DM's higher self. I'm obsessed with you. Your DM loves you, admires you, and is even to the point of obsession over you. I am the man. So this came out in another reading as well. Many of the DMs are realizing the significance of the connection that they have with you, and that you are their counterpart, that they are the masculine energy and that you are their corresponding feminine energy. Also, some of them are stepping into a more confident energy as well, which is always a good thing. I can't stop thinking about you. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Some of them are really, really infatuated right now. And if you know this person in the physical world, they're thinking very actively about you right now, DF. I can't come to you now, and it's landing right on the Two of Swords. So it's as they are working through this mental confusion or whatever this roadblock is causing mental anguish for them right now. That's why they can't come towards you right at the moment. But again, we did receive the autumn card, and I do think that the autumn season is going to be very important for someone's connection who's listening right now. I wish I can understand you. So in some ways, he feels like he doesn't fully grasp. He doesn't fully grasp what it is maybe that you want from the connection or how to communicate with you. Maybe he's feeling a little bit intimidated by the level of your energy. You are in Empress energy, and he has not risen to that level yet. So he's processing this feeling of inferiority as confusion right now, mental confusion. And will this pain ever stop? So it is causing him some emotional anguish as well. But like I said, that Hermit energy is going to be the strongest energy propelling the DMs right now in your connection. So that's the major arcana. That is the energy that's going to ultimately win out. He's just going through this time of like a back and forth mentally and emotionally, trying to work his way through understanding the situation. I think this card right here, let go, it definitely applies to the DF's energies as of late, but I think the DM in your connection also needs to work on letting go. So he's going to realize through this process that he needs to relax a little bit and let it unfold and stop trying to control it from an intellectual standpoint and just allow things to happen. Part of that for your specific DMs is going to relate to not mentally answering to the people around him. That's a very strong and specific message I'm getting for somebody here. Somebody's DM is just used to keeping up appearances socially in whatever social circle this Three of Cups may represent. He's used to keeping up appearances. He's going to realize very quickly that he has to move out of that mentality in order to allow this energy to flow more naturally. You are also embodied by this Three of Cups energy though. So he sees this beautiful, beautiful, fulfilling reunion with you. And he knows that that's what he wants to move towards. All right. And he's going to come to that realization, but right now he's in the process of struggling through it. It's not going to be a permanent situation, Divine Feminine. He's going to work his way through this. All right. I hope that this resonated. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, it would really help our channel grow. I would love to hear in the comments section about your specific twin flame journey. And other than that, I'm just sending you peace and harmony, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, Aquarius.